Hi guys, it's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome back to my movies with three words or more month. Now, I'm not doing this for the views because I know this video is not going to get as many views as my Captain Marvel review, which I did two reviews of it already. I did the my reaction at the end of the theater when the movie was over, and my full spoiler-free review, which I showed you guys. And next will be a podcast with my friends sometime this month of the movie. That we want our thoughts, what we liked, what we didn't like, our overall ratings, and everything else. So we could talk in great detail with spoilers. So just to let you know about that. But next, I'm reviewing a 1958 American black and white sci-fi horror movie that I watched like over 10 years ago. I really liked it, and it's part of this sci-fi set that I got over 10 years ago. Monster on the Campus. Yeah, it's one of these films from the 1950s, when they made a lot of monster movies and nuclear testing and things like that. Basically, this is the synopsis in a nutshell. Terror sweeps a college campus after the discovery of a prehistoric fish that turns animals and humans that come into contact with it into bloodthirsty monsters. That's basically it. The movie is about an hour and 17 minutes. It's very short. So if you've never seen this, at least you'll know about it now. This is the artwork of some of the films. Yes, I like to review it. This is what the creature looks like. The lead professor looks like kind of like the Wolfman. This is the disc. Yeah, different picture though. That's the picture from Tarantula. But yeah, it has an unknown cast. I think Clint Eastwood is in this movie in like a cameo, or that's in one of these films. I know that he did a bunch of like obscure black and white films before he became the man with no name in the Man with No Name trilogy, and Dirty Harry. But yeah, it has Arthur Franz, Joanna Cook Moore, Nancy Walters, Troy Donahue, and Whit Bissell. Yeah, you've never heard of these people. And it came out in December of 1958, so over 60 years ago. Uh, yeah, the fish, the effects for the movie are pretty good for the time, because it was the 50s. It was no CGI. The acting is fine for what it is. I mean, it's not a classic. I didn't put this in my top 10 of the 50s, but it's a film that I think still holds up. And it's a very fun, B movie. Like, if you're looking for a B movie, I bet a B movie Mike would definitely like this video. Yeah, let me read the reception it got. It says it had a wide international release, so this was not direct to video because there was no VHS yet. Its U.S. premiere was in Bismarck, North Dakota. That's a state that's near where my friend Parker lives. He lives in South Dakota. December 1958, following by Finland. Yeah, blah blah blah. In the UK, which I don't really care for because they were in Captain Marvel, and I didn't care about them either. It was given an X rating, which makes no sense because the movie's not really that violent, which meant at the time that the film could not be exhibited to people under 16. I saw this movie young and it didn't bother me. Even my sister saw it when she was a teen and she didn't get scared. In 2016, BBFC reclassified the DVD of Monster on the Campus. It now has a PG rating. Yeah, because there's some violent imagery for the time, but not too violent. Yeah, and the film, it got a pretty decent review, for back in the day. Not like the toxicity of this movie that came out, yesterday. Man, I'm freaking proud of that movie. But yeah, this film, yeah, not every reviewer disliked Monster on the Campus. Critic Ken Hank wrote that the part of the charm of this little movie is that the monster is so hokey. No, it's not a classic horror, but it's a good fun bit of fun. Yeah, the Rotten Tomato score was 22 because back then there was no internet, so people didn't know uh, what kind of movie it was. They had to find out in newspapers at the time. But I like the movie for what it is. It's fast paced. You don't have to wait an hour for something to happen. There's a lot of talking, though. It's just to let you know, it's not a action movie. There's a lot of slow parts in it, even for 77 minutes in the beginning. But when it gets going, yeah, it's a fun movie to watch. And basically, yeah, there's a scene where this giant like dragonfly or something attacks them in one of the classrooms. And yeah, and the makeup effects, the hairy costume that he has, it looks like an ape, but it's really looks like the Wolf Man from the original. And yeah, the film it's a cool premise that a fish from a prehistoric fish makes people go they're they're contaminates their blood and makes them go savage. It's a good premise for a monster movie nowadays. And yeah, the film, like if you've never heard of this movie, you would definitely get a kick out of it if you enjoy black and white monster movies from back in the day. Uh, yeah, there's some uncredited people here, and I don't even really know what to say more about this film. But it's a fun little movie, and if you've never seen it before, which I doubt you have, unless you've seen a lot of movies like I have. I've seen over 7,000 films, so yeah, I'm up to date. And yeah, the film has a lot of atmosphere. That has a decent score. That is shot very well for the 50s. The director is Jack Arnold. He also did other films I really enjoy, like It Came from an Outer Space, which I got on DVD, I believe, like a year or two ago. Creature from the Black Lagoon, the original, which is a classic. Tarantula and The Incredible Shrinking Man, which I don't like that movie because of how downbeat it is. It's very dark, and you know that he's gonna die at the end. Here, it's a little bit less, of a threat. It's a good movie for what it is. And yeah, he died in 1992. What else did he direct? I know he directed other stuff. He also produced Revenge of the Creature. That was Clint Eastwood's debut, yeah, film. I knew he did a 50s monster movie. That was in 1955. This was 58. So, yeah, so that's Monster on the Campus. If you've never seen it, I would suggest you could watch it. I think they have it on YouTube or somewhere online. And this DVD, if you get it on Amazon, it's worth it for most of the other films. And there's not it's not like too amazing, but it is a fun movie from the 50s, and it's good to see a college campus and not a high school campus, so these people don't look like they're 35 in high school. And for what it is, if you've never seen it, give it a watch. I mean, you got to see something after Captain Marvel is out of theaters, and this is a nice short movie that you can watch, and it is what it is. And it's from the 50s, so it's black and white, and it's not, there's no like soundtrack, there's no like singing in it. It's just basic, but it is a fun movie for what it is. And I wanted to review it because that's 4 words: Monster on the Campus. Yeah. So yeah, that's Monster on the Campus. I hope you guys do watch it. Give it a shot. It's a B movie. Remember what you're going into. Don't expect this to be Cloverfield or Jaws or the Kong Skull Island. It's just a very basic movie, but it has a really cool poster too. Look at that. That's awesome. Look at that. Monster on the Campus. 50s monster movies back in the day had great posters, like this one right behind me. But I wanted to review something old because I haven't reviewed a black and white movie in a while. So that's Monster on the Campus. Not much to say about it because I haven't seen it for a while, but it is a movie. It is what it is, and if you can watch it, I would suggest you do because life's short and there's a lot of movies that if you never see them, it's hard to pass them by. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I'm tired, so I'm going to sleep soon. And keep watching my videos, and see you in the next review.